Hello! Did you guys see the candles that were taking place today at about 12 o'clock? Insane. We're talking about movements and swings you just don't understand, right? You're wondering why on earth, what happened, and many of you probably say, this is why I hate crypto. This is why I want to get out. This is why I don't understand this. This is why. I don't know what's going on. So let me try to make it easy. I'll try to unmask the reason why we had those crazy movements today, my speculations, my reasons, my beliefs. But before that, Darwin Fortuna here, a licensed architect that happens to invest in crypto. Let's go through all of the different coins that we like and see how they're doing. Bitcoin during the last 1 hour, it's been still green, having a little bit of a bounce back down. During the last 24 hours, 1% up, not too bad. We are indeed negative during the last 7 days, so that's something to be aware of. In the weekly, we are negative. Ethereum, however, is positive both on the 1 hour, on the 24 hour, and on the 7 days. It's one of the coins that have been having momentum throughout the entire week and almost throughout the entire month of July and August now. Okay, Solana has been positive on the last 1 hour and also on the last 24 hours, but it is actually negative on the last 7 days by a substantial amount, 9%. Or baby Ethereum Classic has been actually negative during the last 7 days, positive during the last 24 hours, and positive during the last 1 hour. So overall, things are looking all right. But let's take a look at the charts. Today, at about 12:30 or so, we saw something insane. We saw this candle. And you were like, what is going on? Actually, if I know you and you are anything like me, you will be like, not again. Come on, give me a break. So some massive liquidation took place. And I'll tell you why, I'll tell you my reasons, I'll tell you what I understand. So but before I get into all of that, I want you to know that I keep saying during the weekends there is a lot of volatility. There's a lot of manipulation of the market. There is manipulation of the market because Saturdays and Sundays, banks and institutions aren't open. So the big players, the whales, a lot of the whales, and also even the small players do not have access to their funds relatively quickly to cover any long or short position from being liquidated. Right? Banks are closed. They typically take some time to clear. Funds don't clear right away. They don't come through right away. So there's a lot of volatility. There's also a lot of volume, lack of volume, low volume during the weekends because of that. There's not a lot of funds in the market. There's not a lot of players that can actually play the game in the market. So you can see that during the week, volume tends to have a lot more of a momentum than during the weekend. Okay? So the magic with volume is the fact that because there is low volume and there is low open interest on any of the financial assets, it's almost like, let's say you have the wind and the wind pushes in one direction or the other. So when the breeze is soft, and suddenly any movement happens, you can make the breeze a lot stronger, right? Because it doesn't have a lot of resistance. There's not a lot of movement. So that's kind of how I see volume. So when there is very little volume, it's easy to push something in whichever direction because there's not a lot of resistance. And right now we have, well, what I would say, in my opinion, is indecisiveness in the market right now. We are a little bit uncertain regarding what the next week news about inflation are going to bring. And we're a little bit concerned about a recession. And we're a little bit concerned about a lot of things. So we are like, ooh, is this a little bull trap? They call it a bull trap when we get movement on the upside and then we slam into resistance and immediately reverse right back down. So, and I think we saw that at about 49,000 in March. It was a bit of a bull trap and then we went right back down. So during the weekend, then players that want to manipulate the market and play with the market for some liquidations by selling and selling a big amount and then buying it cheaper. And they were hoping that they were going to create a cascade of liquidations. So again, compare this candle with any of the previous red candles that you've seen. None of them have that size. None of them have that impact in the market. It is a good time to mess with the market when there's not a lot of volume, there's not a lot of resistance, there's not a lot of pushing against you, right? So, but turns out that the bulls saw that as an opportunity. The bears pushed it as low as this. This is the wick. But the bulls pushed it as high as this, right? This is the body of the candle. This is the wick of the candle. The bull pushed it right there and then immediately tried to push it more, and the bears pushed it down right back again. See the size of that wick right here? The bears pushed it down even more, but the bulls got confirmation that they want to keep on going on the high side. So right now we're getting a little bit of a pullback, but we got an equilibrium between that move right now. So we're trying to decide now the next round of the battle, right, between the bulls and the bears. So this type of candle typically indicates a little bit of a reversal because it's a bottoming tail. And whenever we get something like a bottoming tail, it shows a little bit of price exhaustion. It shows that there is a lot of momentum on the opposite direction and we'll get a little bit back up. And that's what we got. And we have a couple other candles like it. I can show you right now that when they take place, we typically tend to reverse. So that one might be one. That one is definitely one, right? So topping tail is the opposite, and it typically shows that we're gonna go down again. So that's what that one was. And so that liquidation again, then it didn't prove to be successful. Another reason why this may have happened, again, I said it, is because have any of you ever sold by mistake or bought by mistake or put a limit order instead of a market order? Have any of you made a mistake? I have made every mistake. So I was thinking that maybe somebody just really sold by mistake, but I don't think that's the case because institutional investors, people with that kind of money, probably wouldn't make that mistake. They have systems in place to not be able to do that. It's just us, the little underdogs, and I hope you learn and don't make those mistakes. So overall, the market recovered almost instantly. Almost instantly. Solana went right back up. In fact, it's higher than what it was right after that liquidation type of move. All right. So Bitcoin also recovered pretty much, most of the loss from that candle. All right. So that manipulation drives people crazy. Please, please, I'm not going to give you advice for when to buy and sell. I'm not giving you financial advice. But I'll beg you to please, please, please educate yourself and be patient. Patience actually always ends up being good for the long term. All right. So weekends are low volatility. Don't get too concerned about it. Don't get too worried about what happens during the weekend. Make yourself some rules. Don't invest on emotions, right? Don't invest more money that you can afford to lose. And just trust the process, okay? So Ethereum Classic is moving pretty well. And as I said before, I wanted to show you that this is a classical example of resistance being turned into a support. And we really are protecting that to remain as support. So 1700 is very, very, very strong support. So it was resistance and we touched it once and twice and got rejected. That was a double top right there. We got bounced back down, went back up. Okay. Now we turn it into support and we've been consolidating there. We did get some push down, but we pushed it right back up. So resistance to be and support to be broken, to be violated, they have to be broken by a very, very substantial amount. Like these were pushed above the resistance, but they were negated right away. This was so substantial that it did indeed become a support. All right. So overall, we have some volatility, some movements, but I wanted to give you an update very quickly as soon as it happened. Don't go crazy. Don't panic. Okay. This is Darwin Fortuna, a licensed architect that happens to invest in crypto. I'm here with you. We're going to get through all of this. We have a lot of great news coming up. Stay tuned for my next update coming up tomorrow, Sunday. And I'm going to be putting a lot of great content so that you prepare for one of the biggest weeks in crypto. Yes, this coming week of August 8th, Monday, August 8th, is going to be one of the biggest weeks in crypto. And for sure of the year. All right, stay tuned. Thank you so much.